The game of life is this endless loop of leveling up, overcoming obstacles, reaping the rewards, and repeating the process all over again. While there are millions of ways you can play the game, the most effective ones take advantage of your most powerful tool: your mind. In today's video, we'll be going over 3 game-changing perspectives on how you can reprogram your mind to best excel at the game of life. Hey, what's up everybody? If you're new to the channel, my name's Christian, I'm a certified occupational therapist, and on this channel, we discuss practical tips and tricks on how to level up through life while still keeping the game fun and exciting. It cannot be overstated how powerful our minds are. Our brains, which is essentially our minds, are extremely complex organs that shape our perception of reality. Oftentimes, how we think is going to dictate the actions that we take. You can think about it this way: if you don't believe that you can do something, then your brains are going to find countless of reasons to validate that belief. Conversely, if you start to cultivate a mindset of possibilities and confidence, then you are going to start seeing opportunities and solutions everywhere. You need to understand this: you cannot win at the game of life if you don't first believe that you can do it. The big question is, how do you cultivate this mindset through practical actions while keeping things sustainable for the long term? The first perspective change that you want to have is understanding that education is essential. If your brain is the organ that builds a great mindset, then education is the fuel that runs it. If you want to start believing that you can do something, then the obvious first step is to start learning how to do the thing. You cannot believe you can achieve a goal if you do not first see the path towards getting there. The great news is this: we currently live in the information age where there is high quality information everywhere through books, online classes, videos, podcasts. Even TikToks right now have high quality information that you can use to get started with doing anything. And the cool thing about learning is this, is that once you start learning, your brain starts to find ways to make that thing become a reality. Take learning the guitar for example. You're not really sure where to get started, you want to pick up this instrument, so you go ahead and Google guitar YouTube beginner tutorials for example, right? So you look up a video, you try whatever it is that they're teaching you, and what most likely is going to happen is you're going to suck, you're going to mess up, and you're going to find specific things while practicing that's causing you problems. Maybe you're having difficulties, maybe positioning your fingers in a certain way, or you're finding that your fingers are moving really slow, so you're not really sure how to improve on that. So now you have additional information that you can now seek to find the solutions to that. So now whenever you're seeking more education, you're going to be a lot more specific in what you're searching for, and that's going to help you progress from then on. So all you're doing right now is repeating this cycle as you get better and better and better, and you repeat this for infinity, and essentially you're going to be a master. I know, easier said than done, but this is essentially the gameplay loop that you want to be focusing on. There really is no shortcut to building a great mindset. The thing you need to do is that you need to seek information and then take action on it. And once you hit a roadblock, you seek additional information on how to overcome that roadblock. That is how you start to build confidence. That's how you start to make progression, by actually making sure you're getting the right information. A lot of people like to brute force their way through things, and they're going to struggle, they don't have the motivation. Whereas on the other end, some people simply learn and learn and learn, but they don't really take any sort of action. If you want to make any progress towards these goals, you need to combine the two, where you're taking a little bit of action, finding where you're actually hitting a roadblock, and then seeking the information to actually overcome that. That is how you start to see progress. Now, the second perspective change you want to have is understanding that patience is key. Now, for every meaningful goal that you have in your life, it most likely has a really long-term horizon. And here's some examples for you. Say you want to be healthy. You don't just want to be healthy this year, you want to be healthy all the time. You don't just want to be in a good relationship over the weekend, you want that good relationship to last throughout your life. And you don't really want to be just financially secure this year, you want to be permanently financially free for the rest of your life. All of these things are going to take a lot of time, and all of these things are going to take a lot of patience. And that's where things get a little bit difficult, because human beings inherently, we're not really very patient beings, right? A concept that really helped in building my patience is understanding that life revolves around 2 different types of games. The first are finite games, and these are games where there's a very clear way to win at the game. It's oftentimes very short term, focus on the outcomes of what's going to happen. For example, maybe if you're practicing the guitar, your goal is you want to perform at the end of the year and impress your family and friends, for example. Or if you're working out really, really hard, it's because you want to impress people when it comes summertime, and you want to really have a hot body so that, people will admire you, or whatever it is. That is a finite way to play the game, because there's a very clear way to win it, and you're very focused on the short term, on the outcome, on what is that reward you're going to get from that. Now, as for infinite games, these are games where there is no clear end goal. The goal of actually playing these infinite games is to simply focus on the growth and the improvement and it's a very long-term horizon. So for example, if you're playing the guitar, the focus isn't so much on you wanting to impress anyone or anything like that. The focus now is that you simply want to get really good at the guitar because you want to keep on improving and get good at this craft. And if you're staying really healthy, the goal isn't to impress anyone with your body. The goal is because you simply want to stay healthy and stay active for as long as possible. Now, these are infinite games that basically don't have an end. The focus is on the process, the improvement, the growth, the leveling up, and that's what you really need to focus on. Because the thing with life is that most of our goals, they're all very finite, right? We're very focused on outcomes, on the short term, what are we going to get for doing these kind of things? But we need to try to shift our perspective a little bit to thinking of these games as infinite games, right? That if you have to make that switch, if you have to do something for the long term, you know, maybe to the end of your life, how would you actually go about it? What are you focusing on, right? And the best way to do so is to focus on the growth, focus on the improvement, focus on the skills that you're gaining that's going to support your overall goals in life. And that's exactly how you start to build a little bit more patience, by understanding that you shouldn't be focused so much on the outcome of whatever you're doing, but more so of the improvements and what you're getting day after day as you keep on doing that thing. If you're enjoying the video up to this point, make sure you smash the like button. It's the easiest way you can support this channel and let me know this kind of content is hitting for you. It makes it a little bit easier on what I need to focus and research on for my next video. So hope you enjoy the content, and now back to the video. The third and last perspective to have is to enjoy the process. Now there's a huge reason that I like to refer to life as the game of life, because you want to approach life in the way that you approach a video game, for example. You want to approach it with a lot of excitement, a lot of fun, willing to actually go through the process and level up to get better. Because the other alternative is that you approach life in a way where you don't really want to be there, you're not motivated, you feel like you're being forced to actually do the things you have to do. And obviously that's going to make things a lot more difficult for you. Because think about it this way, if you enjoy playing the game, then you're most likely going to be excited to keep on playing the game. So not only are you going to continuously improve because you're going to keep on doing that, but because you enjoy the process, you'll be more likely to find the solutions, find the things that's going to help you keep on improving at playing the game. So what I found really helped me out with this is that I kind of pulled on my experience from playing video games, and the most exciting part of playing any video game is really feeling that sense of progression, feeling like I'm getting better and better at the game and how it ties to the overall picture. How am I going to exactly, you know, win and beat the game? So when it comes to life, we need to understand that we have very limited resources, right? We don't have a lot of time, we don't have a lot of energy, we don't have a lot of focus. So you need to make sure that whenever you're dedicating these resources, it's being dedicated to goals that's going to support your overall goals, right? If you're doing something that you don't really feel very motivated to do, you don't really see why you're doing it, then most likely it's not really the right thing to focus on at that particular time. Now, if it's something that is extremely important for you to grow, you need to start seeing how does this tie to the overall picture, right? When you're doing something, you're not so focused on the outcome. You want to focus on what are the skills that you're gaining, how are you going to get better and better at it, and ultimately how you're enjoying the process of actually getting better day after day after day. So let's go ahead and take that example of playing the guitar again. Sure, playing the guitar, you get better, you're gonna impress a lot of people and whatnot, but if you can start to think about playing the guitar as growing in a lot of different skills, for example, maybe you can grow on your social skills to connect with more people who have similar interests. Maybe it's on focusing on your focus and your confidence on how you can actually get better at specific craft. Maybe it can even be a financial incentive where if you get good enough with playing the guitar, you can now start to teach other people, and that's going to support your financial journey. So you kind of see that if you think about specific goals, specific actions you're doing that ties to the overall picture on how you're improving on your skills, then the game gets a lot more fun. You don't want to simply think about something as this short-term thing that you're forced to do because you simply want to get good enough to get the outcome. It has to be approached in a way where you're going to enjoy the process of leveling up and get better at that specific thing. Ultimately, if you want to enjoy playing the game, you need to enjoy the whole process of learning something, screwing up, messing up, figuring out how to fix that, and then finally overcoming that challenge and then leveling up. And you're simply going to repeat this cycle again and again and again. The game is meant to be hard. Don't be shy because things are hard or you're messing up. That's how things are supposed to be. If things were easy all the time, then don't you think the game gets a little bit boring? So just do embrace difficulties. Understand that going through difficulties is what's going to help you grow, and that is the fun part. You never want the game to be stale. You don't want the game to be boring. You want it to keep on being fun because you want to keep on progressing and get better and better every single day. That's about it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and check out this video over here for more content just like this. Until the very next one, my name is Christian Wan, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Take care. Peace.